Hi. I'm putting my apron on. I can't really do that sitting down, so I had to do it standing. I was like, no, the timer. Morning, everyone. Sorry, I got up and I was like, I should shower. So it took a little bit. I forgot how pretty this was looking. I walked in here after Wisconsin and I was like, oh yeah. And then I was showing it to people because they were in my house for the first time. I still want to do more with the clouds. They don't quite hit the mark I'm looking for visually. It looks pretty, but we can also like lean towards just vibes and not accuracy. Cause like it's pretty. I don't know. I still haven't decided. I went and looked at the photograph on my desktop and I'm like, it's not quite what I want for accuracy, but like, it's pretty. Is my chair locked? I should not lean back with coffee if it's not locked. This is the first coffee of the morning. I wish it was a little cooler so I could actually drink it. Hi everyone, Happy New Year's. Are you my varnish brush? You are. Why are you here? What was I doing? I pulled all the brushes off my counter to put away and I was like, I'm just looking at them. I'm like, this is my, well, it's my isolation coat brush. What are you doing here? You belong with the other stuff. I also really want to go to Cherry's and get some new brushes. Radio Dread says, who on here doesn't lock their chairs and why? I always keep my chair locked, but this chair is so old that sometimes it just unlocks and I'll lean back and it'll suddenly be unlocked. So I can't trust it. This chair is Steven's from college. So like 2007 or so. Yeah, it's terrifying. Oh, you belong in a different jar. You're a short-handled brush. So we're gonna work on this painting today. New brush goes in jar. That's a pencil. These are all this size. All right. Scares me more than most other things. I jump easy, like with loud noises. There's still paint out. All right, I'm gonna start soaking this palette so we can clean it off. And we're also gonna run a poll if someone could run a poll for me. Are we gonna do a vibes-based painting or am I gonna try to make this more accurate to the photo? Because I'm torn. Because my heart is like, oh, you could do that better. You could make it look more like the photo. But it's like, but it looks pretty. It has this very soft, warm color. So I'm torn on it. That's why I'm asking. All right, we have, am I clicked on the right window? Yes. We have 33 months from Darkness Bride, 33 months from Hound's Flash, 8 months from Tech Absol, 34 from The Weil LP, 27 from Eliasan 89, 100 bits from Fire Goddess 1990, 8-month resub from Space Cat 0, and 34 months from Dragon Girl. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me in my first stream of 2026. Oh, let's click the poll so I can see. So you can vote based on vibes or photo. I really like that message in the song because it throws me off every time. Hi, Carlos. I just saw him. It was so nice to see him. This is not soaked enough to scrape, and yet I'm trying anyway. Alright, this seems like it's not even a competition, because like 87% of you are saying vibes. %of you. Okay. Paper towel. Oh yeah, I have slippers in here. Because my toes get cold. Yeah. 76% of you said based on vibes. Alright. We'll do it based on vibes. It's gonna turn out. That's not a question. That's just how it will be. In that case, I should turn my iPad into black and white mode so I'm not being influenced by color and just value. Alright, iPad. I know you've been sitting here for like 3 weeks and I haven't touched anything on this. I do need to transfer the photo from my phone. There we go. AirDrop. Turn the AirPad off airplane mode so I can AirDrop. Hopefully it's not dead. No, it basically lives plugged up, so that's not a problem. But the battery does die quick, so if I leave it unplugged at all, it will be dead the next time. And let's see. Black and white. Stay there. Old iPad. This is 2016 iPad. So 10 years. I really only use it for reference photos. I really don't do much else with it. All right, I do like the sky. I do need there to be a little bit more of the clouds here. But I'm thinking I'm going to leave that for later. And we're going to start by redrawing in all of my lines. And I want to regrid it out so I have the proportions right. And I want to make sure that I get, because it's so iconic, I want to make sure I have it all set. So we're going to regrid this. And I did this every 2 inches on this one. And I'm not going to grid into the sky because I don't need to. I'm just going to grid the parts I can see. What do my slippers look like? They're the kind that look like sweaters. Like, cable knit sweaters. They're, Bob's brand. I got them from, I think, Target. And I had bought them because there was a house we were living in, I don't remember which one, where things were like slippery and cold. I think it was 2 houses ago. And my feet were getting cold all the time. And then the last house, my studio was above the garage, which it also is here. And that space is not heated and also not insulated. So this room tends to get colder. We We have a 33-month resub from Noah. Hi Noah, good morning. I'm sorry the parade got canceled. Alright, here's the problem. I don't want to draw unnecessary lines because even though the chalk does erase pretty cleanly, like if I do this, like it erases pretty cleanly, it's not totally gone and sometimes it kind of sticks around. So I don't want to... Good, Noah. I don't want to unnecessarily draw a ton of chalk lines on something that is done. And like it is the white chalk, so it'll kind of be fine because this area is so light, but it does get, yeah, it gets in all the nooks and crannies, Tech Absol says. Did I? Oh, I missed. I'm not on the window. No wonder I can't clear the alert. So I don't want to unnecessarily draw those lines. So my plan is to measure up so I have a nice level line to line my ruler on. Because if I do it up here, it's level, probably. But if I just kind of try and do like this and make my tally marks to do my grid, it's not going to be level. So I'm going to do the sides first, and that'll give me a way to do the tally marks horizontally further up. I should probably get my bigger ruler because this one is not long enough to go horizontal. And up to 12 is as far as we need to go with this. I can't see those ones at all. I'm just gonna switch to a gray for up here. And maybe this one too, because I can't see it. Intense music. Is this a car chase scene? Get it. Catch that car. So this one is definitely going to be all the way across. So we're going to draw that one in. This one should too, honestly. Let's do that one. And I really don't need this one because it's just waves. Intense measuring. I got the car. Is it mine now? All right, now we can do these tally marks. Actually, I need this ruler this direction. So I'm going to line it up. I don't want this one. I've been measuring with this one. I should use that one, just in case they're not the same. When I'm putting the gray down on the sky part, I'm not pushing very hard. Oh, that one was crooked. I did a bad job on that one. What did I have that lined up with? Because that was wrong. I think I just set the ruler down and marked the one mark instead of lining them up. That's not why we do two marks. That's not why we do marks. We have two so we can line them up. Well, when that dries, we'll redraw that one. Then we'll redraw the one I messed up accurately this time. Alright, the thing I'm most worried about is getting the ridgeline of the mountain fit in perfectly, because I want it to look just like that. So I'm going to really sharpen this chalk pastel and then get that set. Now, the beauty of this is I have it kind of blocked in already, so I can start to see where it should be. I'm just gonna kind of sketch in these grid lines so I can count easier. Because this is pretty accurate. And like, there's one that goes this way here. And then there's this one that kind of goes above it. So like some of it didn't get into the underpainting, and that's fine. Why a blade and not a dedicated pencil sharpener? Because the chalk just breaks too easy. I find the blade is sharper and easier, and then I can replace it faster. I am noticing, did I count this right? I did. Underpainting isn't quite lined up. Why? What was I doing? Don't know. It's fine. We will make it work. Yeah, this underpainting isn't lined up with my grid. What did I do? This was 2 weeks? Working on vibes is what you were doing. Yeah. All right, forget the grid. We're just gonna work. Because I'm liking this side. Milk and vibe, math is questionable. But see, the thing with the math, with painting, is then I know it's right. See, this one should be gentler of a slope. That feels better. And then this one kind of just softens too. Okay. I think I just freehanded the underpainting too much. I think that was my mistake. All right. Yeah, I think I made the clouds too light from the original. You didn't freehand enough. Vagabond. All right, what do I want to use for my blue? What did I use last week is a good question that I don't have the answer to. What does my sketchbook say? I made a note. I assume this note is correct. Ultramarine and burnt sienna with Hansa yellow. That was the only one I wrote down. It is a pretty blue. I like it. Let's mix it and lighten it up and see how it looks. This is why I write notes for myself. because I like this blue for down here. Must be windy out. Burnt sienna. So if I lighten it, it should be good to go up here. And it's more saturated down here because we get the atmospheric perspective. So I'm going to desaturate this. The brown is good to desaturate it. We'll just add a little bit more blue into the mix as we get towards the shoreline. So we'll do that. And then we'll need some titanium white because it has a haze over it. It's being friends. We watched Josh's Mother 3 stream last night. On his channel, but at our house. I didn't because I missed it. It was late for you, Radio Dread. Did he win? I hope he saves his VODs. Steven gave him it. He discovered Frog. Yeah, he did discover Frog. So I'm desaturating this blue with even more burnt sienna. And then we'll just do more saturated as we get towards the shoreline. This looks like Payne's Gray. What is in Payne's Gray? Carbon. So it's kind of like Payne's Gray. A little bit. Alright, so I have a lovely blue. Blue. It's very desaturated. And now we're going to mix up the darkest part of this layer. Because if I mix up this is like kind of the lighter part, but like we also are going to fade into a little bit of a yellow. So my plan is to paint the blue from here and then make it lighter down here to white. And then I'm going to take some of the same yellow and bring that in like down here in this valley and then up into the blue. So I'm trying to figure out the blue for up here first. think a little bit darker. Yeah, this is a good one. And then I need more white because I'm out. I kind of used all of it. And I'm going to mix it. I need more than that. What am I doing? I'm going to mix a lighter version of this color so I can fade it down into that, but I also need some white by itself because there's some snow on Mount Fuji and I need to use that to bring that in. So I kind of need to have a few things ready to go for this layer. And because it's acrylic, it dries way too fast. All right, now we can paint. And what brush? These two. Find water conditioner. Put it in the actual right container. So this is my mountain color. So the plan is to have that, and then bring a little bit of snow on the top of it. Then also fade it towards white at the bottom because we're gonna have some haze down there. I ran out of the dark blue when I was doing that. That's kind of the plan. It's a lot rougher than it's going to be. And I do want these lines to be super crisp. They get a bit harder to see down here, but up here they should be super crisp. So we're going to start by doing that. Plan no Fuji. Hey, we can do vibes and still plan. Plant-based vibes. Good start. I think I might need to use white. I was trying to use the light blue for the snow. Uh-oh. Got from outside of the top of that there. Rogue snow. It just decided it needed to be in the sky. I'm gonna leave it for now because what's happening is it's blending in too much. And that's causing me a little bit of grief. And then I'm going to paint this down here, trying to blend it. And I'll work on blending it. How soon after painting is completed it would be available on Redbubble? I assume it's a bit after the original is sold. They both go up at the same time when I release a time lapse on YouTube. So Dan will cut this into a time lapse, and then when I post that to YouTube, I do the eBay and the Redbubble at the same time. Right now, with moving and having gone to Japan and the holidays, I need to get Dan files. So, the next one Dan is going to finish, and I think he has it done, he's just waiting on me, is the Obscura piece. And so that one will go up. And then, which one's after that? There was the space one where we were just playing around with glazes. That turned out really cool. That one will be coming up. And then the bike one with the bike tire. And then this one. We have a 32-month resub from Ken1 Noob. Thank you. Good morning. Happy New Year. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that snow more. But this blend is looking a little bit better. We're getting there. Glazing liquid would be good. If I was moving again, Noah, I would sell everything. The only thing that would move would be, like, my bike. That looks a little better. I don't love it because I have all these zigzag lines. I think I should have waited to do the snow. Stephen and Mel estate sale. Okay, this I'm also thinking this is too dark. So what I want to do is once I have the mountain like done otherwise, I'm going to do a white glaze across the bottom and like lighten that part up, like I'm painting the clouds of that in because there were clouds sitting here. So I'll have to paint those in anyway. So right now I'm just kind of trying to get the color down and do a little bit of a gradient. because I don't like how the snow turned out yet, we're just gonna cover that up. You can still kind of see it. Maybe because it's wet? That's fine. It won't matter in the end. So while that's drying, I think I'm going to do a little bit more with these clouds before I do the glazes between these colors to try and even it out. So we're going to cover these up because I will need these colors again. Now, if you ignore the brown down here, it's starting to look better. Starting to. All right, I want a fluffy brush. Not big enough. Too big. That feels better. Okay, we'll go with this. I'm going to start by erasing the chalk that I do have up here. And the blue is wet, so I cannot touch that. This stuff down here, that's fine. This brush. So I'm gonna start by bringing in some more of these like wispy clouds in here. Define them a little bit. They're pretty gold in the original photo, but I don't have to go that route. But I do like how they kind of had a swoop here in the original photo, so we're going to try and do that. I think that helps a lot. We just need to keep going with it. We have a 34-month resub from Sakura Celica. Good morning. And 34 months from Rowlet Hoot. I think this is looking better on the sky, which is good. Because I hadn't really been a big fan of it yet. Like, I liked it, but there's something about the clouds I think needed a little bit more definition. And last time I painted this, I think it was just too wet to bring in that definition. Hi.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
And the painting's good too.
Thank you. That helped the clouds immensely. Like, they look like they sort of like turned into a picture instead of a painting. I'm just gonna blend the top part here. Because right now it has a pretty harsh line. Was he spotted or just heard? All right, are we dry yet? We are dry. All right, let's do that. Okay, we're going to do a glaze down there after I finish my coffee because it's now room temp. Thanks for the coffee reminder. Mine is also room temp now. I was at, I popped into my bike friend's house for their New Year's Eve party. And one of them was talking about how he really likes cold brew coffee. I was like, oh, how do you make it? And he's like, I forget about my coffee, and then I put it in the fridge. Radiator, that's certainly one way to do it. It was kind of fun. They were calling it a time traveler's ball party. So I wore my Mr. Saturn poodle skirt. I wanted to wear my 70s Woodstock dress, the prairie style dress I have. But I think cold brew coffee, not cold brew coffee. I think the problem with my 70s prairie style dress is that my ribs only are so small, like, and it's real tight. I think I just need to bring it into a tailor and see if there is anything they can do, because I really love the dress. So I ended up wearing my poodle skirt. But I did wear the petticoat under it, so I felt like a cupcake, and that was fun. Most people were dressed in 90s clothes. One of the people hosting was dressed as like a Prohibition era person. Like Newsies kind of look, like with a page cap and like suspenders. One of my friends was dressed kind of like Golden Age of Hollywood fur coat, pearls. Someone was dressed in like a caveman like costume outfit. One of my friends wore a his Ren Fair outfit. Okay, so now this is a glaze of titanium white. I'm still not used to the 90s being vintage. Yeah. So see how it's lightening it up, kind of like a mist? So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna go into the sky with this. And then someone showed up in like a muumuu, and we were like, what are you? And he's like, this is future me when I am retired and I can just sit around all day. So I grabbed this soft brush that I just did the clouds with, but now it's all waterlogged. And my goal is to kind of soften this edge down here. We want this to be very sharp, but we want this to be softer. Are we talking about postmodern jukebox performance or a costume party? This was a costume party for New Year's. And it's going to be stronger down here. So I'm going to keep doing these layers. Until I'm happy with it. Oh shoot, I never painted that. Dang it, that was a mistake. Side of the canvas, no. Okay, whoops. Although if they had played postmodern jukebox songs, that would be great. I don't remember what they were playing. They were playing some sort of music. But I think I talked about how I had met their dog a few weeks ago. And they have a pit bull. And he is an angel. And I love him. He is the sweetest thing. And he just looks at you with these giant dog eyes. Problem with doing glazing coats is they dry slower. So when I start to lay one down, it sometimes picks up the one below it. I may need to let that sit for a minute because it's just picking up the color below. I know better. Is that better? So I was bit by a dog as a kid. I do not remember what kind of dog it was. I just remember big dog bit me. And I think it was on my hand. I was very little. So big dogs I'm always a little leery of. Especially ones I don't know. And like, I like dogs. I've had good experiences with dogs, but if a dog runs up to me or like wants to jump on me, I'm like, ah. Let's try and dry this brush a little bit while we wait on that layer to dry. The pitbull did jump up on me a little bit and like put his paws on my skirt. But like I already had met him. I knew he was a marshmallow. So that was okay. But if I hadn't known him and he'd done that, I probably would have just like froze. We have a 34-month resub from Bardic Puppy. Hello, Happy New Year. Yeah, see that's still wet. We'll give it a minute. So in the photo, because this was taken with such a zoom to zoom into Seamount Fuji, all of the little ripples in here are tiny. And I don't think they're very pretty. It just kind of looks like radio static, but blue. So I think I might soften these waves a bit, or at least have some of these ones in the foreground a bit bigger and softer. And just kind of make them a lot smaller back here towards our shoreline. Just thinking ahead about what I want to do. It's okay, you can lie in the painting. We already voted, you guys okayed it. I'm doing a vibes-based painting. And so far I'm super happy with the color. I wish I had something slightly longer to cover this up with. Come here, sketchbook. There. See, the colors are starting to come together? Let's hide the underpainting. The colors are looking really nice. I'm happy about the colors. Now I have to find the page I was on. There we go. Jet says, we aren't always correct. No. But, like, I wouldn't have given it as an option if I didn't think it was a possibility. If you guys were like, why don't you just start painting dirt instead? I'd be like, no, that's not what this painting is. Bardic says 1 month till the move to Wisconsin. Good luck with the move. It will be cold. What's that put us at? Early Feb? Yeah. You'll have like 3 months and then it'll be nice out. I can hear Josh laughing. February 6th. It's the most vibe-based painting if I ever saw it blindfolded. Still wet. Getting there though. Another minute or two. It's acrylic. It dries fast. What I need to do, we can talk about random stuff. I need to isolation coat a few paintings and varnish a few paintings and get Dan a few paintings. But now that the move is done, travel for the most part is done, I'm looking forward to doing that. My theme this year is going to be creating. 1,000 bits, we have Mel rotate the painting. 4,000 bits, I'll just flip it for you. Just do a spin. So yeah, I want to do more creating. I'm calling it creating because I don't want to limit myself to painting. Like, I'd love to do some more sewing. I don't know. Different things like that. If you've watched videos where I've talked about New Year's things, I always do a theme, which I got from CGP Gray's video about a New Year's theme. Or the theme system. I don't remember exactly what he calls it. But I really liked the idea, and it's worked really well for me the last few years. So that's going to be my theme this year. And Hobonichi doesn't owe me Kuji, which is a fortune. But they always do it, or like recently I feel like the ones they've done have been kind of more like, this should be your New Year's resolution. This is what you should focus on this year. And then you hit a button and it gives you one randomly. So the one I got was the Year of Motivation. Because every year they do a little bit of a different theme. So this year they're doing like, this is the year of. And it's like, you blank you. And the one I got was you move you. And then it gives you some things to reflect and journal on. So like the two things it gave me was something you're planning on and something you want to make happen with your friends. Fossix, you're moving. My body, yes, on a bicycle. So I had to come up with my bike goal too. And we have a group bike goal with the people I ride with. So I decided because none of them wanted to decide, that we're gonna do a group goal of however many people are in to do the group and contribute 2,500 miles a piece average. So like, I know there's a particular person, their goal this past year was 6,000 miles. So like, I know they're gonna like carry a majority of that, but not all of our goals are 6,000 miles. So I thought 2,500 a person was a good number. All right, let's see if this is dry enough to not pick this up. Yeah, that's good. So I'm not going quite as high as I was, like, 'cause I went up to here. We're gonna go maybe only half as high. I can see. Oops. And I'm not trying to make this super smooth because there are some clouds there that I will be bringing in. Now that I painted this side of the canvas, I can paint over here too. Like I should have done to start with. I think I'm gonna do one more layer, so we're gonna need to let this dry one more time. We have a 33-month resub from Aiden. Theme is explore. To settle. No, I think those are all great themes. Because the great thing about the theme is it's allowed to change. So like CGP Gray gives the example of like, well, maybe your theme is reading because your original goal was like, oh, I want to read X many books. But like, what if you learn that you really like reading short form content, or maybe you start reading a lot of medical journals. Like, you need to let it be a bit more broad to count for things, moving in the direction of what you want to see in your life for a change. And the other example he gives is health. So like, you know, maybe a resolution might be, oh, I'm going to start running. But like if your theme is, you know, just being active, if you decide, I don't like running, but I really like cycling, or I really like swimming, you can still like be active in different ways. Or maybe you break your leg and you're like, I can't run, but I can still work towards being healthy. So I always really liked that concept. I want to give this one more layer. I can probably do the snow while I wait. I want a different brush though. Let's try this one. I think I'm gonna start with the light blue actually, and not white. Because then I can bring some brighter colors onto the snow if I want. Yeah, this is the right move. Good job. I'm glad I redid it. Oh, that looks so nice. I do think I want to bring a little bit of white on top of some of the snow. Okay. What's happening?
I dropped some.
Oh, sorry.
I'm saying crap a lot.
Okay. I don't like how bright that one spot is. Just gonna poke at it with some of the other blues. Which one is it? Yeah, that one. Okay. I should leave it alone. I know better. Despite wanting to bring more of the snow in, I should leave it alone. I can always add more later. After it's dried, after I've stepped away, leave it alone. Don't touch it. And we can do another layer of this. I don't know better. Add more now. I think I can do another layer of this and let it soften even more, but I'm out and it needs to dry again. Yeah, I think it needs another layer. When am I gonna add Shark Fin Island? I thought we did the other one. I think this is the one that didn't have Shark Fin Island. What are you doing? What are you doing, Steven? The computer makes sounds, but not often. You know, I didn't learn my lesson. I'm adding more snow. feels more balanced with just that touch of it. What's stopping me from adding vibe-based islands? Okay, seal all my paints down. I have only three brushes to wash today.
I need to make an announcement.
What do you think?
Wow, that's very good.
Thank you. All right, now you are allowed to make your announcement.
No, well, I was charging controllers. We will be playing Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Any reason Jamboree in particular?
Well, it's the newest one.
Okay.
And also, we've only played it once. We played it the day it came out with Claire and Dan over a year ago.
I see.
And I was like, oh shoot, we should play that again. That was the one that was in the mall.
That does not sound familiar at all to me.
Well, it's the Mario Party that we played with Claire and Dan.
Okay.
So we're gonna play that. We can run a prediction to see who's the best, and then witnesses you collect the most votes because everyone always feels strongly about your potential victory.
Okay.
And then that's what we'll do. So that'll be tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern.
And is it going to be all four of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all four of us. And then, double check, but I'm pretty sure I'll also
Oh, I shouldn't stick my hand there.
Yeah, I'll also be streaming Hades again on Sunday, probably.
Okay.
So, yes, that was the monogamy mole stream. Anyway, enjoy the paint.
I'm almost done. I need to let stuff dry.
Okay. Yeah, I figured we're gonna go do something today and then be back tonight for Mario Party.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Sorry, the top of that looked weird. I needed to fix it. The Baelixer gifted 5 subs. Thank you for the gift subs. To Sherpy Brew, Nintendo Nitwit, Fox Body Spence, Cool Blue, and Linders. Thank you for that. We also have a raid from Tristan. Welcome in. We're painting Mount Fuji. I took a photo, and we've been doing an underpainting, which is what the brown is that you're seeing. And like from here up, it's mostly done. I'll probably bring a little bit more of these clouds in with a smaller brush, and then there's some clouds that sit here we're gonna bring in, but for now we're just kind of bringing in the mist and the atmospheric perspective of it to push it back so that our front hills and mountains here on the shoreline will sit in front and feel closer to give it distance. So that's what we've been working on. I had forgotten when I got back from Wisconsin. I was like, oh yeah, look how nice it's looking. We've also decided it's a vibes-based painting, which they all are, right? But I'm trying to let it be a bit looser in that sense, where I'm not holding myself too much to making it look like my photograph that I took. Which frees us up to do a lot more fun stuff with color, which is what we're doing. So that's been kind of fun. All right, I do need to let things dry because I'm really worried that with all the glazing coats I'm doing down here with this white mist, that it's going to at some point pick it up and then be ruined. And then I have to like repaint the mountain, let it dry, and redo the snow and let it dry, and then redo all the mist again and let it dry. Longer between coats this time. So I feel like I've gotten real lucky until now, where it hasn't picked up, the layer before hasn't picked up any of the paint. So we're gonna let it dry and we're going to wrap up because I've gotten lucky. All right, let's talk about things that are coming up. We will be continuing this next week. So if you like what you see, tune in next week at 11 Eastern. Godzilla has a chance. Tonight on Steven's channel, we will be playing Mario Party Jamboree with Josh and Rebecca, because they're still here, so we've been looking forward to that. So we'll be doing that tonight on Steven's channel. He's going to be playing Hades on Sunday, which is good because I actually have plans I forgot to mention to him that I found out about yesterday. I haven't kicked them out yet? No. Actual Ghost of Yote on Monday. We did fix the variable whatever was wrong this past Monday, so we will definitely be actually playing Ghost of Yote on Monday, and I'm very excited. Next week's streams are back to normal after the holidays. Refresh rate, that's the word. That's fixed. We got that working. So tune in for all of those. So Monday night here, Yote, and then Friday morning we'll be doing more of this. And I'm very excited because it's looking very pretty and very soft, which is what I wanted. Did we roll? No, we didn't. I can do that. And because things are back to normal, I will be getting that video from Dan for the time lapse. I need to get him the file and then get the whole video back. So there will be a new painting coming out this week. Sorry, after the weekend. I'll get it to him on the weekend and then I'll get it back. So next week there will be a new time lapse with a new auction up and a new Redbubble. All right, everyone, thanks for hanging out with me. First stream of 2026. And I hope you are all having a good new year, and I hope to see you tonight for Super Mario Party? Mario Party Jamboree? I don't remember if there's a super in it. Have a good Friday, everyone.